1/1. Welcome to today's CLAudism, which we translate into, on what fuel am I driving? Hi. CLAudisms are words or phrases that we use to emotionally regulate, mentally reframe a situation, or spiritually connect to the now moment. I'm Claudia Karuchi. I'm a Washington D.C. based psychotherapist. I'm a psychospiritual coach, and I'm a fellow life traveler. So let's jump right in. 1/1. Listen, I have been terrible at math. And when elementary school and high school and college and even now, I just know the basics. I'm really good at other stuff, but when it comes to math, it's almost like I can't put together the puzzles. But there are things that I really, really remember. They stuck with me because they had a psychospiritual slant, or the way that I absorbed them had a psychospiritual code for me. And one was the fraction 1/-1. Do you remember that? So the idea there is that any number over its number, let's say 1/1, +1/1 equals +1. And I love that because it's spiritually the concept of oneness, of a whole number, of us, of unity consciousness. +1/1 equals +1. But +1/-1 equals -1. So if the fraction underneath is a negative, the whole thing becomes negative. Are you feeling this already? Is that brilliant? So this is the deal. What fuel are you running on? So I know when I work with high achievers, I'm one myself, that sometimes the fuel that we're running on is negative. It's the fear of failure. It's the fear of humiliation. Sometimes it's based on hostile competition. It's based because we feel not good enough. So we're running. Our top fraction is that we're achieving, we're getting good grades, we're getting promoted, we are at the gym every single day, we're losing that weight. But the fuel that we're running on, the energy that we're running on is negative. The bottom fraction is negative, which makes our whole life experience harder. Now, the thing to underscore here is lots of people all over the planet, cultures do this, right? They high achieve based on fear and punishment. There's all sorts of family systems, cultural systems, society, right? Hazing that was done when people go to medical school or in the stock market. You achieve, you become number one through hazing, through humiliation, through superior, inferior paradigms, right? All of that is the bottom fraction of -1. And we do succeed. It has worked, but it's worked with a very high price. It's a very high price. And so what we need to do is go and reflect and clean our emotional closet, our trauma. Most of us are running with what I feel like we're driving with the handbrake on. The handbrake are emotional wounds, our trauma, our childhood fears. We're running on all of that. And again, we can succeed. We can become high achievers on that. We can high achieve by wanting to prove to others that we are the winners. But what if we go in? What if we do psychotherapy? And for those of you who don't want to do psychotherapy, what if we do a deep self-exploration, self-reflection, Videos like this, you don't have to tell anyone. Videos like this that ask you questions, that ask you to go inside, and we clean that gasoline. You know how when we go to gas stations, there's the premium, there's the middle one, and then there's the low end one. And usually what they say is that the low end one has more particles, it's dirtier, right? Well, that's how we're running our life, is through the negative one bottom fraction that overall depletes us, where we pay high prices later, where we're managing our anxiety. We don't even know it. We're not even managing it. But we reach the age of 40 and we're having panic attacks all over the place, even if we're successful, or we're self medicating with drugs, alcohol, with sex, with porn, with going from one relationship to another and never self exploring why they're not working. These are all the bottom fractions of the negative bottom fraction. So, what if we start practices, rituals, relationships that ask us to clean up our emotional closet, reframe what we're thinking mentally? Then we can move into positive one over positive one, which equals a whole number of positive one, holistic unity consciousness. Because why? Because our mind, our body, our spirit, our emotions are aligned. We're in oneness, positive oneness. So again, it doesn't mean that we emotionally or spiritually bypass anything. We don't bypass. We go in, we explore, and we clean up. And that's how we can go into 1 over 1. Positive 1 over 1 equals a whole number. So that's our CLAudism for today. 1 over 1. What fuel are you running on? If you like this content, please subscribe, please share, please comment, please like. Definitely comment, because I love the rich discussions around this. And use your 1 over 1. Ask yourself that question, because I'm on a mission to get self-healing in a portable and practical way out there. Please share it with whoever. Okay? CLAudisms are super easy to remember on purpose. I'll see you for the next CLAudism.